Welcome back to Cobblecraft. I'm CobbleK and this is my server. I said I was going to work on terrain today and this is what I've got so far. How did you guys get out? Anywho, this is what I've got so far. I've extended this path up to go in this direction, so it's wrapping around the other entrance to the Hobbit Hole. And I'm just playing with elevation here, so I've just added this layer of moss to bring us up a little bit. And I'm extending the little pond that was here, and I'm trying to turn it into a little river that's gonna run like parallel to the path that we have over there. I'm obviously still in the middle of doing it. I just wanted to give you a quick catch up of where we are. There's a long way to go, and it's really hard to record things like this because it's just me placing blocks and then breaking them again when I'm not happy, and I've changed this a few times now, but I'm starting to feel like it's going in a good direction. So I'll catch you guys up every time that I feel like what I'm doing is working and that I'm not just going to rip it all out again because I'm not happy. Okay, so it's a couple of days later now and I've again kind of got a bit carried away and done more than I was planning. I've added some little farms and some paths around here. So I don't know if this was done last time, but I've added a couple of trees here, and I've added this just a little wheat patch here. It does go around here. Need to cover that up. It does. The path goes round here, but I need to finish this off. This isn't the main thing I've been working on, but I've just sent it in that direction. I added a little bridge here, just a small little bridge, which I think's nice, and I've finished this as well. I don't know if I added these details last time, but this is all done now. A couple more trees over here, and I've added a pig pen here. I wasn't sure what to add here. I really went over it in my head and I decided to just do like a pig pen because I felt that I wasn't totally happy with the terrain, and I felt that anything that I put here would just add to the fact that this is all flat. I could have dug it out, but I don't know, I really wanted to just do this this river here. I think it's worked out good. Got some piggies on the go, breeding some piggies, and a random chicken. I just did the coarse dirt to make it look kind of like muddy. It'd be cool if the pigs had a bit of mud on them. I've added this path, but again this needs work. But this river runs parallel to this path all the way down here. I don't even think that I've shown you this pen either, so I added this fence to make a little pen, and added a path like going around it. And this goes all the way down here, and I've actually connected this river all the way down here to a natural river that was already here. So this big pond was already here, and I thought it looked cool that it was kind of like flowing downhill and going to this lower source here. This was already here, but I just muddied it up with some dirt and some bone meal and just tried to make it look a bit more natural and nice. And yeah, so this wraps all the way around here. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this path here. I've done it stone for now, but that might change. But it's nice that it wraps all the way around. And this is an outline of a wall that I'm going to build. Just quickly before, I've done some stuff in the barn, but quickly before I show you that, I just want to show you this tree farm over here. So I had a little bit of a tree farm, just a manual tree farm over there where I were chopping down wood, and I've decided to move it over here to this big patch of land that I've got here, and I've just dug it down a little bit. And I can come in here, I can chop all this down and then put the wood in here. It's just really simple farm. Put the trapdoors to stop the trees from growing and making big trees. Because even though big trees give you a lot of wood, it's a lot more annoying and takes up a lot more time. Whereas I've got 3 rows here, and I can just probably get a couple of stacks from these 3 rows. I use oak wood more than anything, so that's why oak wood gets 3. 1 for birch, 1 for the acacia, and then I've got a row here of spruce, but that's actually, when you take into consideration how tall they are, that's going to be a few stacks of spruce wood there once you've done that. And what I like to do is just go to the top, find the highest tree, and just slowly go back and forth in a massive row until you've got all the way to the bottom. And when you have a lot of wood. I've not done it yet, but this is just from chopping down. I had a row of this up there, and just from chopping that down to move it here, that's all the wood that I got. I plan to, in the future, build a bit of a lumber mill here, and I'll probably go into creative and build that and then pop over and place it here. And I'll just have some things like rows of logs that are tied down and things like that, and maybe some tool racks and axes on the wall and stuff. Oh, a floating tree here. Nothing worse than a floating tree. Any more? Any more floating trees? I did have the 2 warped types here, which I thought would be good, but it was so annoying trying to chop them down. And I had a row of the I don't know what it's called, the stuff that they grow on, the weird Nylium, is it? Something like that they grow on. And the problem is that because you've put them in a row, once they grow and you knock them down and you chop them down, it all turns to netherrack. So you can no longer grow the mushroom things. I just don't think this is the best type of tree farm if you want to do nether stuff. I might look into a different one just for that. And then if we come back up here, I'll go this way. This way is actually finished. We come back up here, we have this barn that I've just finished the interior on, and it's just simple, just nice and simple. We've got some pens for the horses, and I want to get into breeding these, and we've got a random llama in there. But no, I think it's turned out nice, and I'll be able to, I've got the 3 doors, so it's easy to get out with them, and when they're out here I'll just breed them up and then I can put them back in the pens. if you only have one, which does look nicer, but you can't get them out, and it's really annoying. Put an anvil here because, I don't know, like maybe for hitting horseshoes or something like that. And I've just added an axe because it's the only tool that I felt looked kind of like a hammer. This is again, I've talked about this. This is a Vanilla Tweaks plugin for armor stands. You place an armor stand, you have a book, click, and you just get a tool rack. This is something that I'm messing around with, and I'm not sure if you know what it is straight away from looking at it, but I wanted it to look like saddles that have been hung over while they're not on the horses. And if you look at the saddles over here, it looks very similar. It looks a lot like the tripwire hooks. Yeah, looks a lot like it, I think. And this is just the armor stand mod. These are invisible armor stands holding a tripwire hook. And up here is just some hay and a nice view of the barn. This is the pen from inside. This is what it looks like inside here. I use podzol and coarse dirt, and I just planted a load of spruce trees and let this podzol spread and then chopped them down. Added some stones here. To add to the terrain a little bit. I planted all these leaves and stuff, and I've tried to go around and see where it was safe so the animals can't get out. There's no one blocks for them to get out, but they're still managing to escape somehow. Unless maybe they're just like going, oh, don't know. Shouldn't be able to get out, but they are. So I've just fastened them with leads for now. I think one of the reasons that I get carried away a lot and just do loads in one go is because the way that I like building is I'll just put some Netflix on or an audiobook or something like that, and I'll just get kind of in the zone and just get on with it. Whereas other times I'll just be stood around not having a clue what I want to do next. So when it happens, I just let it happen and just go with it. And unfortunately a lot of that is kind of, I've caught it on camera, but it's very boring because I'm constantly just like placing blocks and breaking them and like, ooh, does this look good? No, I don't like it. And a lot of the things that I do don't actually end up in the finished product. I wouldn't want to go through and build something with you guys just for it to not end up actually being there in the end. I'm just trying to add little things that I think would make sense in here. Like there might be a random barrel somewhere. Don't know. Maybe there. With like maybe some food in for the horses. Got anything I can put in here? Maybe some azaleas. Yeah, and then that looks like some food for the horses. Don't know. Anything else I can add? Oh yeah, I brought these cauldrons because I thought I might be able to put in like water inside of these. I don't know. Maybe like that. And the horse has got some water. I don't know. See, a lot of these things that I try, again, I don't end up keeping often. But I think that looks okay. I could make the bottom trapdoors, but if I did, it would be even harder to try and waterlog. I don't think anyone's gonna look too hard. And I'll probably just go around and add these extra cauldrons. I think if you wanted to do this in vanilla with no little tweaks, I know there's a lot of people who are just purists that just want plain old vanilla Minecraft. And I think if you wanted to do that, you could still do the trapdoor and the iron bar, and I think it would still add something. And it would still, like, you would know what it was supposed to be. I said I wanted a little break, and I'm gonna take a break from this area, which is what I've been working on for the past few days. And I'm gonna come all the way over here to the spawn area, and I'm gonna build a little house here. So I'm gonna get all the materials together now to do that, and we'll jump into a time lapse. Here we are at the spawn area, and this little build here is going to be a bakery. We are overhauling the spawn area because obviously when everybody starts off, everything's a little bit rough and ready, half finished buildings here and there that don't quite match a theme, and it's important that when people log onto the server there's a finished product and it feels like, hey, the people on this server know what they're doing. It's not just a random mess. So we've worked on this together as a server, and we've worked on it in creative. We came up with a block palette for it, and I'm really happy with it. It's gonna have like a mystical feel to it with some fantasy mushrooms and things like that eventually. This is something that's gonna be done over time. So like I did the build on the right a little while ago, and now I'm doing this one. I worked on that with a member of the server, Snowflakes. And I'm just coming around the back now to add in a staircase and a little balcony. All the wool might look a little confusing, but there is a plan. The red is the buildings, the white's the path, blue is terrain things, and we're just going to slowly do it over time. It's nice to have another building finished. Okay, so I'm finally done with this little bakery, and even though it was probably about a minute and a half for you guys, it was a lot longer for me. There's a couple of things I want to add to it. I need to go up here and fix this chimney because I'm a plonker and I put this campfire out but I actually need it to be smoking, otherwise what's the point? There we go. And then I want to come around here, and like I said, this is going to be a little bakery, so this is going to be like the shop window, and I want to add like a little canopy here, which I think will look cute. I'll just add some string, and I'm just going to go for red and white, just your basic red and white. Even though I know that butcher's colours, I don't know, but we're just gonna go for this for here. Fine. The little canopy. Yeah, all around here is gonna be all these types of houses, and then there's gonna be like I think some like little mushrooms and stuff that we'll make, so it's kind of like a little fantasy place. Oh, fantasy spawn shopping market thing. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna put a row of lecterns here, and then like cakes on top. You can actually put cakes on lecterns and it looks really good. This is actually what it looks like with all the cakes. And I think it looks really good. I added some little blocks, some micro block skull thingies that I thought kind of fit in. I think it's the honey ones, just for another shape, another item that's being sold here. It's like a honey cake, honey bun. I also just want to quickly address my audio problems that I'm having. Really struggled to find a decent mic. I bought one that I thought was really good, and even though it did improve my audio quality and things like that, and my voice quality, it was picking up a lot of clicking and clacking, and it was louder than my voice, so I couldn't turn it down. And I think it just made it really annoying to listen to. So if you have found that while watching the video, hopefully that'll be sorted by next episode. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here for this episode. We got a lot done today. Good, I'm happy with the progress. We added all this extra terrain and little details to the farming area. We've got some little extra farms like the wheat farm and the pig farm, and even the tree area, the little tree farm that we've got. We did the interior for the barn, which I'm really happy with. And I've got a place now that if I did want to breed some horses, I can. And we've added to the spawn area, which I've been wanting to do for a little while. It's been bothering me. And again, it's going to be something that is going to be done slowly in dribs, probably over time, because it's when we can get together to make designs for it. I really want it to be something that we all have an input on. But yeah, thank you for joining me today, and I already have a plan for next episode. A big plan that is again going to take a while to do. So see you later. Bye.